first, this is not going to take anywhere near as long as that did. So, just get that out of the way.
We love you, Jace.
Cheers, mate. Right, just to give you all a heads up, there's a lot of thank yous in this speech, so just bear with me, it might take a while. The first thanks goes to Dave for his actually surprisingly quite nice words. I was expecting a lot worse, so that was quite good, I was pleased with that. And firstly, me and my wife. We just want to say thank you to everyone for coming to share our special day. And really just to reiterate what Dave said, we've got people who've travelled from everywhere. So even as far as, like I said, Tasmania, America, the north, south, wherever you name it. So thank you, we really appreciate you all coming along. And thank you to both Rebecca's and my parents for helping put on such a fantastic wedding. I hope everyone's having a good time so far. Yeah. Good time. I must say that today has been a fair bit more glamorous compared to mine and Rebecca's first date, which was at the Waterfront Wetherspoons, which for those people who know it, it's not the most classiest of venues at all. And so far it's gone much better than my poor attempt at a wedding proposal. We were going to London for the weekend and I didn't pick up the ring that had been delivered to the wrong house, for starters, to about 5 minutes before we had to leave. And then when we actually got there, the place where I was going to propose, which was Rebecca's favourite place in the world, it closed down. So it wasn't off to the best of starts. And then just to top it off, she never actually said yes. Luckily, it's too late for her to change her mind now. So that's fine. Next on the list, thanks to Dave and Sue, just for allowing me to join their family and marry their beautiful daughter. That's you.
Not me.
Dave,
oh, damn it!
Check the certificate.
according to according to Dave, it's a real privilege to join the Thurston family, and looking at Rebecca today, I'd have to agree with him, he's right. I also need to thank them for doing such a great job, just raising Rebecca, such an amazing woman. She's so perfect, and that is all down to what you two have done. And just thank you for doing so much towards today. So thanks to you two, me and Rebecca haven't had to do half as much as we should have had to. As you know, it's just all sorts of things popping out that we didn't even know was going on. So yeah, so thank you very much. To be honest, they put so much effort into this, and so they've been down here almost every other weekend. I mean, Ash and all the other folks, I'll be thankful when Dave's gone, to be honest. As a thank you, we do have a bouquet to hand out to Sue.
Don't I get one?
No. Somewhere. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Dave, all you get to the fill. Just to round up the Thurstons, we also want to thank Lee. He's welcomed me into the family like a brother, and also need to say thank you for our little mini moon break at the Spark tomorrow. I think we're probably going to need it after tonight.
Are you getting a bouquet as well?
I hope so.
He doesn't get a bouquet. He should. Moving on to my mum and dad. It's impossible for me to say in a few sentences just how great you are and how much you two mean to me. They've always been there for me and they've done everything they can. It's down to them that I've become the man that I am today, and I don't think the perfect life I have. Now I don't think I would have had it if it wasn't for them, so thank you. I also...
Oh, sorry.
I also need to thank them for welcoming Rebecca into the family. They've always been really kind, really supportive. Not so much my dad. Even when she turned up to live with us for 6 months whilst me and Rebecca were saving for our own place, he had a nightmare of it, but at least they let us through the door, so can't really complain. I don't really think you know what he's in, but you know, it's 20 odd years experience. And thank you for contributing so much to today. So it's really helped us out a lot, so thank you. As a token of appreciation to my mum, you can stand up now. You get the okay. We'd also like to thank Dan and Lee for their help today. It's not easy shepherding 100 odd people around all day, so we really appreciate all the help. As a way of saying thank you, again, we have a couple of small gifts for you guys. You can go. And of course, we must thank the bridesmaids. Bridesmaids, they look beautiful today. Even you, Charlotte. All of you, just thank you for being so enthusiastic and making Rebecca's job just so easy. We do have to give a special mention to Charlotte, who's been through some ridiculously difficult times over the last few years. But no matter what she's come up against, she's still always been there for Rebecca. So it's just a massive thank you for being such an amazing friend. As a thank you to the girls, we've got a few gifts to hand out. You might as well just stay standing. Charlotte's does look less because, as Dave mentioned, they're going off to Amsterdam and leaving me for a few weeks, so days. Sorry, with that in mind, I'd just like to, everyone can stand up, just propose a toast to the bridesmaids, please. Bridesmaids. Sorry, you can all sit down now. You lot stop clinking your glasses over at the back. Sit down. Right, the last and probably the least of the thank yous, to be honest, it goes to the best man.
Hey!
Who's up next, by the way? I just want to say thank you for making the effort to get out of bed, really. Because, to be honest, it's a very rare occurrence for Matthew at the weekend, so thank you. And he has taken quite a bit of prompting, to be honest, when it's come to the best man duties. But I will admit, whatever he's needed to, he's pulled it out of the bag every time. So, thank you very much.
No pressure.
Right, now on to the mushy part about my beautiful new wife, so just bear with me. Hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, he's got money on this, so I need to play through it and just get it out of the way. Right. When I was at school, someone asked me what I wanted in a woman when I grew up. And as any 14-year-old boy would, I answered a 6-foot blonde with big boobs. And to be honest, I never imagined... I'm not gonna lie.
6-foot blonde with big boobs.
And I never imagined in a million years that my wish would come true. Let alone that the 6-foot blonde with big boobs would turn out to be my soulmate. The most incredible woman I've ever met. She looks so beautiful today. And to be honest, most days I just can't believe how lucky I am. She's all I could ever ask for and more, and I cannot wait to see what the future brings us. Thank you for turning up today and making me. Again, thank you everyone for coming today. We're thrilled you're all here. Thank you very much. And finally, can everyone just please raise a glass with me to my beautiful wife? You do have to start. To Rebecca. To Rebecca. Thank you.
Matthew.
Go, Matty.
Right. Afternoon, everyone.
Camera's on.
As a lot of you are aware, I'm not really the best public speaker, so you're going to have to bear with me. To be honest, I'd be lying if I was looking forward to the next 5 minutes, but my brother has already promised me that if I do a good best man speech today, I can do it again, and even better, at his next wedding. Anyway, if we can, to this speech first. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Jason's younger and I like to think better looking brother. And, I'd just like to start by thanking everyone for making it here today on this special occasion, and a special thank you to Jason on behalf of the bridesmaids, Charlotte, Charlie and Gemma, and I guess I should say a decent looking ushers, Dan and Lee as well. I'd also like to add thanks to the parents of the bride, Sue and Dave, and our parents, Colin and Julie, all of whom have made this day possible. I think you'll all agree with me today when I say how beautiful Rebecca looks.
You liar.
It's got to be a first time. And I think you'll also agree with me when I ask how Jay managed to get her down the aisle in the first place. So I say that, he still denies he popped the question though in the first place. But I have to say it is actually a great feeling to have you join the family and being able to call Rebecca my big sister. So now it's all over to Jay, my older and I guess now more mature brother. When he asked me to be his best man, I jumped at the chance, to be honest. I couldn't think of a greater honour. Until a few months down the line and it actually hit me that I have to write this speech for all of them. Cheers for that. I think, to be honest, I've passed my first duty anyway. I've got him here to the ceremony on time and half sober, which, before he met Rebecca, he very barely was. It actually reminds me of a time he came back from a heavy night out. He passed out in my room for some reason, and then decided to throw up all over my school uniform, which then he decided it would be a good idea to use as a blanket. But he used to love his nights out. He used to love his nights out, even though half the time he'd end up mingling with some random strangers. Which, that's where he inherited the term mingling Jace.
I nearly broke up with him over that.
won't bring it up again. Even when we went to Barcelona, and don't panic about this, he started chatting to some random bloke and he invited us to join him at a strip club, which obviously we declined. As a lot of you may know, me and Chase have always been Wolves fans. We've had lots of laughs up the Molyneux together. We've laughed, we've cried, we've screamed, we've shouted. We've had good times, we've had bad times, happy and sad, but we've always stuck there together. And I guess you could say that's like a marriage, really. On that note, a marriage, well, no speech would be complete without some brotherly advice to set you both on your way. Unfortunately, I've not really got any, so the internet reckons, firstly, to do something else for each other every day, and I struggled with that, so my dad helped me out on that, and he said it might mean flushing the toilet without complaining, but I left you a little surprise in there. And love, honour and cherish each other, but don't forget to help with the housework. I think that's aimed at you, Rebecca. Next, your wife is always right. Let me say that again, she's always right. Also, if Rebecca asks if something makes her look fat, the answer is always no. And always try and keep a straight face, at least until she's left the room. Finally, your wife is the most important thing, even more important than sport. Apart from football, golf, and your crazy gym workout. Seriously, I couldn't be happier for my brother, and it's been an honour to stand up here as his best man today. So on that note, if you'd all like to raise your glasses one more time and join me in wishing the bride and groom a lifetime of happiness. To Jason and Rebecca.
Jason and Rebecca.
Well done, Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Take a bow.
There you go, Steve. Thanks.